We're recording. So, how's everybody doing?
All right.
Yeah, not bad.
Surviving the heat?
Barely.
Today
I've
sucks.
been I've been inside all day. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
It was raining.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did it rain like hardcore by anyone for like, I don't know, like 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Well, it was longer than 30 minutes for me because I just decided it'd be fun to drive the entire length of the rainstorm.
Oh,
nice.
fun.
I don't feel like it
45
really.
seconds. It came
Yeah.
it came down hard as shit for me for about 45 seconds, and then was like, all right, I'm done.
Well, that was it. That was it that I had over here too. It was like 45 seconds of rain and then it was gone.
What is this rain you speaketh of?
It's just water that falls from the sky.
It
I
rained,
haven't seen
Yeah, and
any
then
of that
Dickman
since I
Road
was
has
in
like 3 feet
Louisiana.
of water stuck on it right now.
it rained pretty good over here for a couple hours.
I know, I was in
Oh,
Battle
damn.
Creek with a new chair sitting on the trailer waiting to get soaked.
We all have our hobbies.
So, with this heat, I have to ask who prefers cold over heat, or vice versa?
Oh,
I
cold
definitely
over heat
prefer
any day of the
cold.
week.
I can put more layers on any given time.
Do you
I
mean
can only take some
extreme
off the
cold or
blankets,
extreme heat?
Yeah, like what temperature ranges are we talking about?
Fuck that. Give me the heat all day, every day.
Well, when I was in college, I walked to class in -70.
What the fuck?
Yeah, fuck that. If
So-
if I
so
ever
let's
wake
just,
up with -70,
So let's go.
Yes.
Let's go to the two extremes.
I
Like,
can-
-40, -50 versus 110, and the air's so heavy that you could drink it.
Give me
Listen,
110 all
listen.
day, every day.
I've seen
Like,
130 dry.
Do I
I've-
need to
I've
go
seen
outside?
130
Because this matters.
I've seen 130 dry heat, no humidity, but sandstorms every other day. And I've
Look.
seen -50. It's snowing,
I've-
blizzard.
I've seen
I would
it
rather
100
take cold.
I've seen it 110 degrees with 96% humidity on Christmas Day.
Ew.
Quick
Fuck
question.
that.
Do I need to go outside? Because this matters.
Yes.
Oh yes. you
How
have to go
long?
outside.
How long? Like, do I have to walk a mile outside?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Oh, it doesn't matter. As
Oh,
soon as
then
you walk
heat
outside
every
with that kind of
Yeah, I would take.
you get the heat like that with humidity. As soon as you walk outside, it's going to take your breath away.
Well, yeah, the -40 does that too, just in the opposite direction.
Right?
You walk outside, you start wheezing like you just took a big fat rip off a bong. You're.
can I roll a persuasion check to not do either?
Nope.
I-
you
I was
have to
gonna
do
say-
one or the other.
I was gonna say definitely the cold, because then I don't know, it feels more fulfilling trekking through the cold and snow than it does the heat. It just feels like that scene in SpongeBob where like Patrick is just crawling across like the ground and he's just like, what kind of place is this? That's how I feel in the
Crab
heat.
pizza.
Like the
Is,
sun the last 2 days
the
is that sun from Super Mario World.
Oh yeah, for real though.
You
Like,
get
Like I
used
got
to
in the
heat.
car the other day and
No
it felt like a
getting used to that
Minecraft
cold
villager getting
shit.
hit.
Did you drop any experience?
No, I'm pretty sure I was.
No, I feel like that every time I just feel like I just phase out of existence when the heat gets to me. Just that's how I feel. In the cold, I don't know, I feel like I tolerate that much better than the heat. Heat just makes me unbearably angry.
I could see that.
Yeah, I lose my shit very easily.
Cold makes me miserable. Heat makes me angry. So,
Yes.
I feel like I can handle the anger better than being miserable in -50 degrees.
Then again, Jacob, I don't think I've ever seen you in a t-shirt. So,
I'm wearing a t-shirt right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
I've never seen it. I've always seen you wear sweaters, even in like 90-degree days.
that's
I don't wear-
because Jacob
I don't wear sweaters in
consistently
90
dresses
degrees.
like he sits in a Starbucks with a laptop. Like that is his fit.
Valid.
Except he doesn't wear enough scarves. That's the real like way to determine.
No, if it gets too hot, I turn to like that guy from fucking Benchwarmers and like, no, done bad.
Sun bad. Just eat sunblock too while you're at it.
Hey, you know
I
what?
think the worst thing about the heat is when you like have to park at the back of a parking lot, and it feels like you're crossing the Saharan desert as you try to walk to the air conditioning like an oasis.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but when you have to do that, you can't even get into the parking garage when it's minus 50, probably. I feel like at that point you're almost always gonna have snow. Does it like actually get to negative 50 without snow in the air?
I think it has.
I mean, snow in the air, it doesn't like to snow when it gets that cold. But
Even
like,
the
there's
snow doesn't
always
have
snow
to
on
Fargo,
the
hold
North
ground.
me, bro.
Dakota. Fargo, North Dakota. I've seen it negative 80 without the wind
That's-
chill and no snow.
That
At that-
sounds like hell. Because I imagine that wind is whipping, and it's just like
That's instant
Oh, yeah,
frostbite.
there's no trees to block. There's no trees to block any of the wind in North Dakota.
it's like
Yeah,
that.
okay.
It's like a fucking cartoon scene. You step out of the car and you just turn into a block of ice.
I was about to say block of ice.
No, it's called you put on 50 layers of clothes to walk 30 foot to go inside. Just to have
And
to take
hold
all
your
that crap
breath.
Back off.
And hold your breath so you don't have to breathe in that evil, evil air.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, that day that I walked class is like negative 72, 73 with the wind chill. Woke up.
Sounds like a bad time.
I woke up to an email from the president basically just going, "Hey, it's cold out. We used all of our snow days. Make sure you bundle up."
What?
Yeah, yeah, because we had 5 feet of snow before Thanksgiving, so like our snow days were
Yeah,
gone for
fuck.
the year.
What school is that?
Yeah,
This is Lake Superior State.
Oh, okay. My
I was gonna
sister
say,
went
couldn't-
to. My sister
couldn't be
went to
Eastern.
Northern Michigan University and dealt with similar stuff.
Yep. So,
I was gonna say
It's cold outside anyway.
Yeah, when you're up in
No,
the
thank
UP,
you.
there's different
will
types
take
of
an
cold.
yeah.
I will take the unexcused absence all day, every day.
My college make me hot.
I'm gonna be honest. If I was a professor, I would have looked at that email and said, "Yeah, fuck that. That's ridiculous."
Well, it's a good thing we got sick days.
Garrett arrived at the school looking like the fucking guy from The Shining.
I mean,
I can't put my arms down. No, he's like looking like little Ralphie from the Christmas Story. I can't put my arms down.
Icicles all down his face.
yeah, it was
Here's Johnny.
cold as fuck.
I'm
Just
sure.
Splashing piping hot coffee on your face to try to stay awake.
The scariest part of that cold is when it doesn't feel cold anymore.
Or when you start to sweat from all the layers you have on, then you just fucking freeze to death.
Or you just start feeling really sleepy. Really sleepy.
Yeah,
We're not still fighting, are we?
not currently. Nope.
You gave us
Okay,
a
so
long
I'm not-
rest, right?
You have not had a long rest yet.
Fuck.
So I'm not blinded or frightened anymore either.
Right.
We did finish the combat the last time, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Well, we did. Brady's in her old shit.
Yep, I'll recap
Oh, yeah.
everything in just a second.
All right, everybody. Who wants to make a bet that I actually? What are the chances that I make at least 2 decent rolls tonight?
I'll buy a
I'll
lottery
take that
ticket.
bet.
You give it.
I feel like you're
I'm
going
gonna
to
take
roll
that bet.
decently on one joke thing you try to do, and
I
then
know.
a random saving throw. That's my bet. Nothing to do with combat, though.
Nothing to do with combat. All right, I can see that actually.
The queen of bad rolls is like, yep, I'm good. I'm feeling it tonight.
Gonna come out the gate with like 2 nat ones.
Everyone, just call me Joe at this point because this is ridiculous. I'm actually worse than his luck rolls.
No, so she bought a premium D&D Beyond account, It
Mhm.
gets her better rolls.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it-
Fucking
and it
pay
was-
to fucking when you gotta pay to win D&D.
Fucking pay to win.
The funny thing is
And I'd
somehow she
still
still rolls
lose.
one.
I'd still lose.
Instead of one, she's rolling five.
You get Brady, you need to buy like a timeout tier for your dice, and every time it rolls bad, no.
Dude, they'd all be in timeout at this point. Can't win. You
You
should.
got-
I think you need to buy a premium set of dice.
They just have to be weighted.
I feel like she'd buy loaded dice and they'd still land on ones. They were loaded
They
the wrong
still-
way.
They would be loaded to. They would be
They're fucking
loaded
loaded backwards.
to get 20s all day long, and I'd still fucking get nat one.
First time rolling them, they bounce out of the tray and the dog would eat them.
Pretty much.
Buys dice that only has the number 20 on it, still rolls in that one.
Honestly, it's sad. I'm gonna be honest, guys. It's actually kind of depressing sometimes about how bad it is.
My favorite part is it's not just she always rolls low; it's that she always rolls the opposite of what she needs to.
Yes.
Percentile dies are the worst. Like, okay, I just have to roll a set under a 70. Rolls in like 3 90s in a row. Like how?
I'm gonna be honest. That was horrible.
The most clutch roll I've only ever seen her do was during the Christmas one shot, where we absolutely fucking needed it.
That was the only time I actually got something.
I enjoyed the Christmas one shot where I just tried to grapple everything.
It was very
we get it.
entertaining.
Fucking Hulk Hogan ass.
I will say that was a very, very, very fun but very challenging one shot.
What's the name of that character? Was it like something like Macho's Man or some shit like that?
It was like trying to think. It was a large, huge McBeef steak or something like that.
That's what it was.
Large, huge McBeef steak.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was quite the adventure.
It was very entertaining, that was for sure. I don't know if Large Huge could ever make it in this campaign much farther.
Oh, not a shot now.
all right. Who is ready for some Dungeons and Dragons tonight?
Dungeons and Dragons?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Garrett, did you
I
get
am
my
ready for the
message?
fuckery.
Yes, I did. We will handle that if the time comes.
Okay.
Also, Zach, as you have noticed, your dad is not here. He still doesn't have power. I talked to him, and he wants you specifically to play and roll his character if the need comes to be.
Okay.
All right.
Nothing
Cool.
bad will happen. Don't worry.
I should have told him that the only way that we can play his character is if Birdie does it.
No.
You would log
Alright.
on and instantly have to start making death saves.
At that point.
Hell, she might roll good then.
Maybe.
Nah,
Who knows?
Don't ruin his dice.
Yeah, right.
I'm familiarizing myself with its character sheet.
All right.
You've heard of King Midas?
So-
He's the opposite of that when it comes to dice rolling.
So at the end of the last session, you were able to beat the Hollowed One. But he didn't just fall to the ground like what you might expect or become one back with the earth within this nightmare plane that you guys find yourselves in. Instead, he folded in on himself, his collapsing skin stretching thin over nothing. And as his form hit the ground with a sickening wet slap, it began to bubble and hiss. There's this like liquefying black pool that steams and gurgles, as if the plant is trying to swallow it back into the void. And even though all of you felt like you should be losing the tensions of the battle, for a moment the tension does break, your chest does loosen, your heart does slow, but you all feel like there's something wrong as the air thickens around you, and your skin prickles with unseen static. This unshakable weight presses against your mind. And then you see Britty moving towards the black pool, almost like in a trance, her feet almost hovering as she walks. So, Britty, as the monstrosity crumbles, the world feels still around you for a second. Your heart slows, your grip loosens, but something doesn't feel right. You don't feel triumphant. You don't feel the typical relief that comes out of a hard-fought battle that you were just struggling for your life. The sounds around you, the ragged breaths of your companions, the hiss of the hollowed one melting, fade into a distant hum, like they're happening underwater. Your heart doesn't slow, your chest doesn't loosen. If anything, the air feels tighter, heavier with every breath you try to take. Your vision narrows, shadows creeping in from the edges. The vision starts to flicker at the edges as though reality itself is tearing like old cloth. Right then, a searing bolt of pain rips through your skull, nearly blinding you, making you fall to your knees, clutching your head. Teeth clench, the world spinning and warping around you. As you manage to lift your eyes, standing in the middle of this black, bubbling, hissing pool is Raynandel. He's standing motionless in the heart of this churning black ooze, his face unreadable. His presence almost comforting, like a memory you should have feared but somehow longed for. Shadows curl around him, but he doesn't move. And then he raises a hand. Come, child. The world's pierced deep into your pain, deeper than your pain ever could. You try to resist, you scream inside your mind, but your body refuses to listen. As your legs betray you and start carrying you forward like a puppet on a visible string, the bubbling sludge sizzles around your boots, but you don't feel it. You feel nothing but him. He leans closer as you reach him, his voice low like a whisper clawing at the back of your skull. A single breath, a single song, and the nightmare lets you go. But at what cost? And that's when everything snaps back to normal. The pain vanishes, shadows recoil. Raynandel is gone, or maybe he was never there at all. You aren't sure you want to know. And then your chest tightens once again. Your breath hitches. You lower your gaze, and there it is, clenched in your trembling hand without memory of how it got there. A flute that seems to be carved from blackened bone, slightly translucent under moonlight, or a magical... slightly translucent under moonlight. Faintly etched into the bone are swirling runes in an ancient language that is long forgotten. The etchings are worn and incomplete. You feel that the flute is unnervingly warm in your hand. And with that, we'll be right back. Hello, Britty.
Oh, hello.
Can Nick hear me?
Oh, yes, I can hear you.
I need Nick to walk away for a second.
Oh, okay. Okay. He's walking away. He's walked away.
All right, give me trying to find my notes. My notes, where'd you go?
I gotta pull up my notes.
All right, so you ready?
Oh, hold on. Where the fuck are my notes?
I don't know.
What the fuck? Where did... You know what? Fuck it. I'm making a new note. All right.
All right, you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. As you grasp the flute, the world seems to fold in on itself. Sounds dull, colors drain, and for a brief moment, all you hear is your own heartbeat. Until something else begins to speak. A voice, low and heavy, fills your mind. The words sound as though spoken in a long forgotten tongue, yet you understand them perfectly, as if they were etched directly into your soul.
To wake is to weep, to breathe is to bleed. In silence you're caged, but in sorrow you're freed. One breath, one toll, a memory shall die. Will you leave with your life or your mind? Tell me, which shall lie?
The voice fades, but the presence remains. You feel it watching, waiting, expecting. You somehow know the truth. Playing the flute will pull you and your allies from this place and return you to the material plane. However, it'll cost you something, a fragment of your mind or clarity. You alone have heard this truth. The others have no idea what this flute demands. The choice is yours. Will you tell the price or keep it hidden?
Okay. I'm going to be honest. I could not really hear it. So if you have a little transcript, that way I can read it, that might be a little better. And I can delete it if I need to.
1 second. Which part did you not hear?
I literally all of it. I heard like bits and pieces. So even if you could say it and I can just very quickly write it what I understand down, that would be cool.
I sent it to you in Messenger.
Okay. Okay. To breathe. But okay. Silence your cage, but I'm sorry you're afraid. One breath, one toll, a memory shall die. Will you leave with your life or your mind? Tell me, which shall I? Oh, okay. Okay. Got it.
All right.
All right, cool.
All right, back to where we go. All right, you can have Nick step back now.
And when the fuck did we sign up for commercial breaks?
Right?
Today.
That was the longest unskippable ad of my life.
It's like that sometimes. It'll be.
I even blocked the fucking ad person on this one.
It's well worth it.
You just jumped out randomly, and all of a sudden all we heard was this ad is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends.
Hey, if they want to start paying us money to do this every other week, let them.
God, I do not want to play Raid Shadow Legends. By that I mean without financial compensation.
Right, financial compensation. I'll play just about anything.
I'm not fucking chill.
All right,
Okay,
everybody.
Brittany, so what happened?
This game is brought to you by Fortnite.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
All
Oh
right.
no, I lost my motivation with that commercial break.
All right, so
I ran out of beer.
So Brittany, as the world snapbacks to normal around you, I need you to make the first roll of the night for me.
Oh, fuck.
That one. Here we go.
And you're
Go
good.
ahead and make an acrobatics check for me.
Oh,
As
okay.
this bubbling goo that you're walking through starts to eat at your feet.
Oh, okay. We're starting off strong, everybody. 9.
9.
Almost double digits.
I know. Crazy.
So close.
Is that 9
No.
adjusted or?
No, that was a 7 plus 2.
You take 20.
I thought it was a 1, and I was about to fucking shit myself.
You take 20 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Stout right now,
Fancy cup.
strong.
Woohoo!
Oh, that's good.
All right, everybody. Okay.
And you're
So
as you take this damage, you get out of the goo.
Okay. Cool. That's what I figured. I figured that she was just going to kind of like what I imagine is that she when she breaks out of like this little like mindset thing, she doesn't realize that the goo like she's kind of like in that goo and it's sizzling. So she just like very quickly like jumps back after like screaming out a little bit in pain, and then just quickly jumps back away from the goo, still trying to like wrap her mind about what just happened. And then she's gonna take because you said the flute is in her hands, right?
Yep, yeah, it's in your hand. It's in your
Okay.
strong hand.
Okay. So and then she's just gonna kind of like look at it a little, turn it over, as she kind of like gets out of this like brain fog in a sense. Because I would assume that after getting out of a very intense battle, not knowing if you're gonna die or not, die or live, whatever. And then on top of that, getting mentally checked, literally right afterwards would kind of send anyone into kind of a like dissociation like state. Um, but she's just gonna kind of take a look at the flute, hold it back, like just keep looking at it and just really staring at it, almost mulling over what she may or may not to do, but she doesn't know if she wants to do it or even if she does care at this point.
So as you mull over this flute, um, even though the runes are in a long forgotten language, you are able
Mhm.
to pick out a couple of the words. Like a lot of the runes aren't complete anymore, and you get the feeling that if somebody was able to speak this language, you might be able to put like a general idea of what it means though. But for some reason, as you look at it, you're able to kind of pick out a couple of the words. You see release, sacrifice, and remembrance on the flute.
Okay. Sorry, I'm writing it down.
And it does feel unnervingly warm in your hand.
Okay.
Gross.
I know. How big is the flute, by the way? Is it just like a normal little size flute, or is it more like a
It's perfectly average.
perfectly
This one time
average?
at bank camp.
Yeah, it's like it's the average size of a flute.
Okay.
Yeah, like 5 inches. That's average, right?
Something
Wow,
like that.
crazy.
This one time at band camp.
Thank you.
Three, take it or leave it.
Solid
I mean,
three.
some would say that's too big.
Okay.
It's not about the size of the flute that matters. It's how you finger the notes.
That's pretty good.
Thank you. I've been dying
Sure
to
you're
use that
not
one for a
thinking of
long
a
time.
piccolo?
The green guy from Dragon Ball Z.
This does apply to most woodland instruments.
Any more penis jokes to get out of the way, or can we move on?
Well, there's another one where he says it's not the size that matters; it's how you blow it. But
Yeah, I was. You hit the finger one, and that's like the better version of that one.
That's why I kept that other one reserved. But you asked, do I have any more? Of course, I have it. Should go without saying. So anyway, continue. Average size flute.
Yeah, what you doing, Brady?
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Do we all see her just standing there holding this flute haphazardly?
Yes, like at this point, you see her like back to her
It goes-
normal self, like high stepping out of this black ichor, and then you see her just like almost in a trance, looking at this food and like flipping it over in her hands and mulling over it.
Yeet just yells out, I think it goes in your mouth.
Jesus.
Oh dear lord.
Well, Raphael is going to go to her and whoever else is a mess in the party and cast Prestidigitation on them and talk about how shameful it is for them to be dirty.
Raphael is giving us Prestidigitation as like the first time he's been like, oh, everybody else is dirty too. I'll take care of them.
Yeah, right? That's what I'm saying. Did they beat some sense into him?
What the hell? What is happening?
He's in a bad mood. He doesn't want to look at dirty people.
Did they beat some humanity into him? Jesus Christ, what the fuck did I miss last session?
What you missed was the first time he's been serious this entire campaign.
Well, you understand that I was blinded at the end of the fight, so what did I miss that you're helping clean me up?
He thought he saw his dad and people attacking his dad, so he was serious. Then he found out it was a monster wearing his dad's face, so now he's angry. He's not in a good mood. He just cleaned everyone up because he doesn't want to look at dirty people. He made you all clean and smell good.
You good over there, Brady?
Yeah, just a minute.
Really, your voice?
I'm going to get a glass of water while Brittany's taking a shit.
Really, your voice is deepened. Fruit really fucked you up, didn't it?
New dice for this.
I think the bass in my headphones gave out. God damn it.